Hello and welcome to Completely Useless Talking. My name is Dylan, and today I'm joined by...
Stephanie. Hello. Welcome.
So, the main rules of the first episode of the show is we don't have a format. We just
I love
screech.
that. I don't want a format.
Talk. No formats. There are too many things with formats. Of course, every podcast is just someone screeching into a microphone.
Yes, of course.
All the time.
But, we need to have some lack of organization here, and...
Well, my room is pretty filthy.
Yeah. It goes together with the theme here.
It's the theme of... He's a guy. He doesn't have organization in his room. I try to keep it as... I'm always just like... As long as it's organized out there to some degree, I can do whatever the fuck I want in this place.
Exactly. Like when guests come over and they go to the common spaces, it's all sorted, but...
The only problem is I don't have a common bathroom, so it's either picking between my roommates or mine. Yeah. And I'm like...
Ignore the room, walk through it, ignore it.
Just holds up, puts the Japanese, kind of dividers up. Just be like, ignore all this, follow the path, follow the path. Don't trip over the Ethernet cord.
Just close your eyes, don't fall.
Don't fall. There's no pits in here yet. Eventually.
So, boneless wings.
God dang it. They're chicken nuggets. They're nothing else.
Covered in sauce though, which is...
You can cover anything in sauce.
Yeah, but chicken nuggets and sauce is that's Chick-fil-A. I've said this before. I'm going vegetarian next year, and the only thing I'm going to struggle with is not having Chick-fil-A nuggets and sauce.
It's a first world struggle you're dealing with.
It really is.
I can't stand Chick-fil-A because hear me out. The university I went to had one on campus, so over the course of 4 years, I just ate it, and I was just like, that got old real quick. So did Papa John's, because that eventually established itself. But Papa John's is crap anyway.
Yeah, so. It is crap. I eat Chick-fil-A at least once a week, and it'll never get old. It really won't. Until
one day, when one disgruntled employee... No, wait, that was the KFC. I was about to be the secret recipe will be revealed to the world. And then I'm like, wait, that was KFC.
Yeah.
A disgruntled former employee just said, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, just listed it off.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
It was hilarious. I'm just like, I can make that at home.
And I will. Effort.
No, it's not the effort idea. It's I have plenty of things in my kitchen to cook with. It's just the idea of I'd rather make something myself.
Yeah.
I've made, what is it called? Orange chicken. That's it.
Oh.
I made orange chicken at home, put some fried rice in a bigger pan, which I lost in a move from college. It literally just fell and it went down the stairs and it dented perfectly to where I'm like, I can use it. And then I looked on the side and there was this giant hole. I'm like, nope, can't use it.
Damn it.
My otherwise perfect plan to start a not a Kung Fu Panda, a Panda Express fighter has failed.
Yeah. We should make the Panda Express rival. Same exact food, just not sitting in a bowl all day long.
Isn't that just every other Asian place on the market?
Oh, yeah.
That awkward moment's I will come up with a brilliant idea, and then it just, every other idea has been done.
Yeah.
How can I do it my way, though?
Honestly, I keep coming up with these really good ideas, and then I figure out that someone else has already done it, and I'm like, wow.
Like what? Now you've intrigued me. Like what?
Man. There's just so many. Okay, wait. Let me have a think. No, honestly, I've because before I got this job at this restaurant.
There you go.
I'm literally
not calling it out.
Yeah.
Less work for me to edit on, just in case it goes beep.
Before I got this job.
At beep. Yeah. It's a really long title.
Yeah. I was trying to be okay, I'm gonna just start a business. I'm gonna just start something. Become a millionaire, easy peasy.
Yeah.
It's I wrote down all these ideas. And I can't even think of any of them now, but I just...
But that's why you wrote them down.
Yeah, exactly. But they're gone out of my mind. I wrote them down, and they've escaped my mind.
There's that journal and a few other journals right over here. To anyone listening, I'm all of the two of you. I've got 2 crates right here, and most of them have journals in them where it's just literally me scribbling ideas in the middle of class, not paying attention, just being I could film that, write that, and do that, and then that's how it goes. And then I just go back to it and I'm like, nice.
Yeah. I thought I was going to do that once. Cool.
Well, and then reality set in. And then, fun.
Here we are.
Here we are. finally doing production.
Yes.
My God.
Exactly. Talking about nothing. I love
Nothing.
it.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
How's your job going?
Oh God, I've hit the end of my rope. I can't do it anymore.
Really?
It's just the idea of we work in food service. Food service
By
as
the
a
way.
whole. It's just like at that moment people thought we were assassins.
Exactly. We're like, how's your job?
I have so many dead bodies on my conscience. But no, it was it's just, I don't know, mentally I'm out of it just because of doing it for 3 years straight and 6 years off and on. It just goes, and I'm like, I don't care about you.
Yeah.
I don't care about your inability to decide what you want to drink. But that's the thing about my job. I only have to worry about drinks. It's all accountability on me. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like compared to other restaurants I worked at where it's like, gotta make sure the food's good. Like, time goes by quicker when you do that. But, like, it's just, like, the idea of so much simplicity and that just perfect. And you still get tipped 20%, which is the minimum. People who listen to this,
yeah,
you will know.
Take notes.
20%.
Yeah.
Not 15. 20.
This is America. We make less than $3 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Ow. My soul.
Honestly, my heart. I was at work yesterday and like no one came in for hours, so I like clocked in as like a cashier, so I make $8 an hour, which is, you know, living wage. If you live in a box.
If I live in a very inexpensive box.
Yeah.
Outside of Costco.
Yeah, exactly. Or in your parents' house like me where you don't have to pay rent at the moment. Living life.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all just been like, necessary sacrifice, and then something happens, you're like, I need to get out.
Honestly, I was living in England for the last 3 years by myself, and then...
By yourself?
Yeah.
How do you afford that? I'm sorry, the room we're standing in now in England would cost you like $12,000 or something like that.
No, it wouldn't.
It's a joke, just because it's really expensive in London, isn't it?
I wasn't living in London, though.
Oh.
I was living in Cambridge, which is actually almost as expensive.
She's twirling her mustache, if you all do not know. She is twirling her mustache. Evilly, of course.
Yes.
Cambridge.
The Cambridge. No, I was paying like £400 a month last year. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had roommates. My first year I was by myself, and that was expensive. That was like £800 a month.
Ow.
Yeah.
Because conversion rate, that's like
1,000.
Yeah, it's like 1,100 or something like that.
Definitely, and it was ridiculous. But I didn't know any better. I was like, this will do.
To be young again.
Yeah.
When you didn't have bills to pay.
Honestly, and now I'm out, and I'm like, okay, so I spent all this money. And
I got a fancy paper out of it.
Yeah.
Literally, I don't have my diploma in my house. It's at my grandparents.
I mean, I don't have a diploma either because we didn't have graduation because of Corona.
Oh, I didn't go to mine. Like, graduation went on full swing. I did not show up. I worked that day. I went like, my manager at that time really just went, wait, you graduated, right? I'm like, yes. And you're like, you're here. I'm like, yes. And it's just like,
I would rather be.
Yes, because money.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Exactly. I was really looking forward to my graduation. Like, my family was going to come see where I've been living. You know, I was going to show them around. Yeah. I was stoked. And
then a small virus from bats.
Yeah. It really ruined everything. But it's fine. It ruined everyone's everything. So.
I don't think that makes it fine.
But, you know, can't complain too much. It's like everyone's a little.
Well, yeah, everyone who's just.
This year.
Everyone's messed up this year. Everyone's just messed up.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like, it's like, oh, what do I have to do? Oh, okay. All right. I always like to go like, everyone's dealing with their own things. And then someone throws a bottle of water at me. I go, I'm going to hurt people today.
Yeah.
That happened to me over the weekend.
Hold me back.
That happened to me over the weekend. Someone threw a water bottle at me. Clarification, it was a 2-year-old.
But still, control your child.
I honestly laughed because my back was turned and the kid wasn't even trying to throw at me. It was going like, ah, and like went, whoa, and it like hit me like right here. And I kind of like turned around and went, excuse you? I'm like, oh, it's a child. Picked it up, put it back. You're good, kid.
You're like getting ready to say some words. And
I'm
you're like, I can't say these words to you.
I mean, I can. It's just I was on the clock.
Yeah.
I always make the joke at work where it's like, just give me 2 minutes. Let me transfer all my tables, take this off, and then I'll clock out. And then I'll tell these people what they need to hear.
Sort your child out, ma'am.
No, I don't even care about children until they start throwing a football on the second floor balcony. And then I just go, stop, please. Please stop.
Please stop. We had this child the other day. Well, basically, I was at... Okay.
Oop, I have to bleep that.
Okay.
She was at a place that she works.
Yes, I was working, and I was outside, and the weather was bad. So basically...
This entire week for weather has been...
Yeah, it really has been. And we got 2 customers the whole shift. 2 whole customers.
That was better than my average.
Well,
0.
you say that. Customer 1 tipped $2, which is great. Customer 2 bought 10 ice creams, which came out to like $60-something.
Which is ridiculous at that point. You might as well just go to the Kroger that's like down the street. I can't remember which way it is. And then just be like, I'll buy this pint.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're fine here.
Right. But I mean, it makes sense because if you're a parent and it's like either with your kids, it's like ice cream's the cheapest thing to get, especially if you have like 10 kids with you.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Let's call them what they are.
Yeah. 10 demons.
Demons.
But yeah, they bought like 10 ice creams. I made all of them. That's like the most effort you can do in this job is making ice creams. And
Because it's slow.
yeah.
Unless it's like the middle one, it's slow.
Well, yeah, and I'm not good at it. Like, the ice cream goes everywhere. I made a massive mess that I had to clean up later. She didn't tip anything. She literally didn't tip at all. And I was like, ma'am. And then this child...
Oh,
in
wait,
her
I see the
group-
ma'am. I see the ma'ams have infected that place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
The ma'ams.
because of Oh, has she not said ma'am a lot over there? That's all she
I
said
don't
when
talk to her.
I have to bleep that. I'll just bleep beep. And it'll be like, I don't talk to her. I'm like, fair.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, we worked in the snack shop. Oh, God. Okay.
Beep. What time is that now? Good to know.
Okay. Me and this girl, she's the only girl at work that, like, we're not close at this point. Not that I'm like close with everyone, but I like have good conversations with everyone. And I was working with just her, and like for 3 hours I was trying to have a conversation with her, and she's just like, yes, no, yes.
That's a very accurate description of her. Like
Yeah.
her voice, spot on.
Yeah. And I was just like, okay. And then finally she like started talking to me and stuff, and like that's cool. I mean, I don't really care, but
But
it's
yet
just,
you
like,
do care for some
No,
reason.
I don't actually care. It's just like make the shift more enjoyable and like have some conversation. Like if we're both standing here awkwardly, like I'd rather be here by myself and not split my tips with you. So, but
Hey, at least you're honest. It's just like, hey, go away.
yeah, like if we're gonna split the money, let's have some good
Conversation.
times, you know?
Every time it's slow, I always just pull out a sheet of paper and be like, we're playing Hangman Tic-Tac-Toe or something.
Yeah.
Or play.
Yeah, we're playing a game. I'm gonna bring my adult coloring book to work today.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Well, the sun's out now. I just remember that.
Unfortunately, I kind of wish that like the weather would stay bad so I could just go home at like 7:30.
Is that what they do for you now?
That's what they've been doing for other people.
Good.
But for me, it was pouring rain, so stormy. There was no one in the restaurant like the whole shift. And our manager calls the owners like, "Hey, can we close early?" And he's like, "No. We have to consistently stay open." And it's like, but
That would be me as an
Bro.
owner, though. That'd be me as an owner. I'd not like consistently stay up. I'm like, looks out window. Yeah, man.
yeah,
It's like 8:30. It's storming out there. You're good.
it's pouring rain. There's, no one's going to come here. So
You're located in the middle of nowhere.
yeah,
Essentially, like it's just they are the end of that strip or the beginning, depending on which way you go, and then nothing.
yeah. And everyone's like, "I didn't know this place existed." And I'm like, "I know, right? I
It's
didn't
like they
either."
should have social media presence.
Yes. Or maybe just a better social. They do have social media, but
I don't believe that.
they do. Look it up.
No.
Go on Instagram. Look up thingy and
Look up thingy. I'm like, why didn't
will
you say?
send it.
I won't lie. I in that moment I went like, why did she not say the name? I'm like, oh right, because we can't. Because it's just a bad idea to kind of badmouth your workplace while saying the workplace's name while you're talking about it
on the internet.
on the internet. Yeah, only like 3 people are going to talk about this, so like I mean, no, there are 2 people not going to spread this around when I post this, so maybe more people will listen.
Exactly. Where do you post it?
Nowhere yet. I am developing, like, it's their 3 podcasts I have, and like in the work, like ready to go. It's just I need to rebuy my LLC. I kind of let that die. Buy that so I don't get sued, murdered, like by the legal system.
Do you have to buy an LLC for the name of the podcast?
No. I just have to buy an LLC for the company, like the idea of the company that I have.
Oh,
because
the
then
podcast
I can.
Company.
Yes, well, it's a media company. Just because, why limit to yourself to one thing?
Exactly, umbrella term.
That. Mm-hmm. And then so just people don't like be like, oh, you talked about it, and like I'm less likely to be screwed over by someone else's mistakes.
Absolutely.
When I do freelance again, which I may never not do. I don't know, because COVID. Everyone's like, hey, you want to go help on this wedding? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No.
Is it less than 5 people? Count me in.
Are the 5 people us?
Yeah. I'm 5 people stupid. This area, man, has some concerning people. I went to a gem show the other day, and
Jim or Gem?
Gem.
Okay, I heard Jim, so I just went. It's just like, look at these guns.
Yeah.
And like all
Me,
that.
yes. No, it was like a gem and mineral show, and I was waiting in the queue, and this woman behind me is like, well, they're doing like the temperature,
check.
yeah, and she's like, will this give me radiation? And I'm like, oh, girl, like your microwave, your cell phone gives you way more radiation than this thing does. And then she just like didn't wear her mask, and I was like, you're the problem. Yeah.
And we lost 3 of our people just now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. We're just talking to ourselves now. No, I agree with that. And like, it's just, I don't know, it's a very complex issue where it's just like talking about like you can go like the psychoanalysis route of like people being selfish compared to not selfish, and like people just being like it's conspiracy, and like I don't know. I've learned something from my first real serving job from the bartender, is that half the world is stupid. Half of those stupid people are morons.
Oh yeah,
And that's my entire synopsis for the human race right there.
definitely.
And then the other half, hopefully they're doing something good. Hopefully.
It's true. I mean, I would say maybe even more than half are a bit silly, a bit stupid.
I was gonna say silly's too kind. Come on,
Yeah.
hit the head, hit the nail on the head.
Dumb AF.
There you go. You've had growth. You've admitted where people are shortcoming. I don't know. It's the day's age, man. It's just weird.
It is. It
it's
really
horribly
is. But
So before you came to my apartment today, I was watching a video, as you saw.
Minecraft video, to be exact.
Ah, yes, Minecraft. Minecraft. And there was this doorbell noise that happened in every sort of interval, and I literally stopped the video, went to my door 3 times to be like, do I have a doorbell? And I opened the door, and I'm like, she could be playing me right now. She could be winning.
I don't even have a doorbell.
I don't know, man. I've been in this apartment for less than a month. I know nothing about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's why you have all those boxes.
Yep. Well, she moved in later. That's why all those boxes are there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All mine are in my closet. Just thrown in the back.
Nice.
It's been like, go away.
Yeah.
You're out of my sight. Hush, hush.
That's what I did. I came back from England, and I had like 5 boxes to unpack, and I just like, they sat in my room for like 2 weeks. I've unpacked them, but I need to like decorate my room and stuff, because yeah, exactly. Like, I'm in a box with nothing on the walls or anything.
Yep.
Just doesn't feel like home yet.
Yeah, no, I vibe with that. I got posters all over, and I'm just like, do I put them up? Like, it's a thing with me, because it's just like, when I moved into an apartment for college and all that, I always like, until I got to December, I would then decorate my room. Just because I'm like, something's bad, it's gonna happen. Okay, I've been here for 4 months, I'm fine.
Yeah. We're here. We're settled.
That was just I think that was also survival instinct, because I hated the place where hated it.
What, where you were last?
No, for my college.
Oh, right.
Like where I was in college. Like, I just, that's a rabbit hole. And then
were you dorms or like?
I was
frat?
dorms for 2 years. God, I had a scary moment where I almost joined a cult.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you didn't. Because it seems like every person I've met was in a frat, and I'm like, What?
Well, like
that's
you
real?
you buy for your friends. That's all I've learned from there. And then like it's also it just I don't know. I was going through a weird time and like I was like I need friends, I need social interaction, and then it was just like I don't think I need this. But then I thought maybe if I do this, things will be okay. And then I realized I didn't like that person I was becoming, so I immediately just bounced.
That's good. You gotta evaluate yourself, make adjustments.
Yeah. If you don't, you go into a spiraling depression.
Yes.
Realize alcohol at 21.
Yeah.
I'm getting deep and personal in this now.
Fat bro.
I'm sorry,
frat brothers,
what?
But I just said fat brothers.
Fat brothers. I mean, if one, that's probably a college bar somewhere, because we have brothers and then we have fat brothers. Which, if you go into brothers, most people ain't like, wait. I'm sorry to all the people who go to brothers. Go to a better bar.
Or You're Beautiful. It's just the other ones.
Have you been to a brothers yet?
No, I haven't. I've heard so much about it.
Oh boy.
I feel like I need this experience.
Oh boy. Get the breadsticks and leave.
Have you been to Joe's Grill?
That's free sponsorship, by the way. Enjoy that.
I was about to say they're really good cheese curds, guys. Hit them up.
Heard. Joe's Grill.
Joe's Grill.
I have
like
no idea where that is.
Right across from like the Kroger by Bert.
By Bert. Hey, that was a natural censor. I don't have to do shit. I have to censor that now.
Yeah, I feel like I have to censor like all these restaurants I'm saying right now.
Well, once you leave, I feel like everyone can like it's just being polite at that point. But again, until the LLC comes up and then defamation suits can be filed at me like no other. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not talking smack though about my old workplace. Like it'll do for now.
It'll do.
It'll do.
It'll do.
It'll do, donkey.
Donkey.
I hope it you know, I hope it gets better, but it's cool.
She wants the money.
I really do. It's very inconsistent right now. Like one day I brought home like $250, and then the other day I bring home $2. So, you know.
Was that at Tower or was that in with the I meant the 250.
Oh, the 250 that was serving.
Makes sense.
But here's the thing, I was serving that night. I had like a 20 top and then a bunch of other tables, and a couple nights ago I had a 50 top. 50.
Ow.
Yeah.
That hurts me.
Yeah, and I was told, oh, you'll get sent home after this. I'm like, yeah.
And then you never were.
And then I closed, and I had to close everybody's sections, like downstairs, patio, upstairs.
Are those open now?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. And
you don't have the people for that.
No, we don't. Well, downstairs isn't completely open. It's like.
Is it still like that weird like TV area where it looks like a baseball, basketball, sports court?
Yeah.
Sports court.
Yeah.
I don't know sports.
Yeah. Just sports court. Yeah.
Sports court.
That'll do. Yeah, it's like people, if they can't make it up the stairs, or like reservations or big parties.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, anyways, 50 top. Loads of tables afterwards. Did loads of work afterwards. Like,
and then your body just goes, ah.
Yeah. I was there till like 11:30. And I came home with like only $120, and I was like, raw. Nah.
There was some highway robbery happening that night.
No, really. The other night, one of our managers.
She just mouthed the words of a manager.
Yeah. Right. I was meant to get $27 in tips for the night. And he gave me 17, and I was like, wait a second. He's like, nah, 10 goes to the food runner. And I was like, that's 1/3 of my tips, man. Like,
their tip system is weird. Like, you weren't there when they did like soft opening of just sitting down and talking to people and all that.
Yeah.
It was that's when I first knew, I'm like, okay, this is just a trial run. Let's see how it goes. And then it didn't.
And the trial run failed.
Yes, I went, yes, my 2-week trial period. Done.
Yeah. One of the girls at work, she's like, I got him this job and he just leaves after 2 weeks. It was.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to say it.
Oh, of course. Oh my god. I'm like, do I just blur out like 5 minutes of just podcast just to
talking about
just burying her.
United Kingdom.
Hey. Still got the international phone.
I do. I need to sort that. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Fair enough.
Basically, my phone bill in the UK is £18 a month, so it's like $22,
Something like that.
more or less.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like unlimited anywhere, basically anywhere in the world. So like it works the same as if I was in the UK right now. I can chat to anyone from the UK or the US, same price.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, oh, I'll switch to a US phone number, and it's like $50, and it's
Yep.
like I won't be able to talk to my UK friends as easy. So I'm like,
Isn't there WhatsApp that kind of does the internet
that's what
thing?
I use. And like everyone in the UK uses like Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp anyways, but
I completely forgot that existed. I don't know where that came in my brain.
Facebook Messenger.
No.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, I haven't used that in years. What the hell?
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that existed until I moved there. And yeah, that's what everyone uses. But at work, we have like a work chat now, and everyone's had to download this app in order to talk to me.
Hot schedules?
No, Telegram.
Did that one cost money?
No.
That was surprising.
Yeah. No, I was like, I still have my UK phone number, guys. Like,
Best of luck if you want international fees.
yeah. And they're just like, oh, everyone download Telegram so we can talk to Steph. And so,
Oh God, I bet people were like, it's all because of you we have to do this.
yeah. Honestly, you need to see this work chat. It's so.
I bet it's chaotic. I bet it's just like a giant group Snapchat thing.
A bit, yeah. It really is. It's very interesting. I just didn't think it'd end up here in my life,
No one thinks they're going to end up in food service in their life.
Yeah. I'm like in a group chat with like 17 different 40-year-old moms, and I'm just like, okay.
I would mute that so hard. I'd be like, did you see the chat? I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I'll look at it. I'll skim it, but I will not receive alerts on it.
Yeah. Well, Craig texted that he was like leaving, and
Oh, he quit?
well, he was gonna. He like put in his thing to quit because of one of our managers, and the owner called him and was like, no, like, I'll sort it out for you, don't quit, like, don't leave.
Damn.
Yeah, because there was like this huge thing. Okay, I'll tell you. So,
I feel like, tell me after, because there's this.
oh yeah, that's
We
true.
can't. I'm pointing at the audio recording right now because I'm just like, guys, let's not.
Let's talk about other random stuff.
I'll tell you my story. I'll tell you my
Yes.
5-minute rant if you
Yes.
hold on to your 5-minute
Yes, of
rant.
course. Yes, let me hear it.
So, do you know how to parallel park?
No.
No?
I mean, if I have to, but like, there's been times where I've gotten out of the car and told my mate to park for me because I can't.
I've done that before. I will personally go like 3 blocks down the road and be like, there's a parking spot.
Yeah.
I refuse to parallel park because it's just, there's deadliness. And I did in Chicago one time. That wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Chicago's a stressful city, man.
I want to go so bad,
It's fun to visit.
but to drive.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I've never felt so much stressful driving in my life. This is not me exaggerating. I've
Oh my gosh! Imagine like New York.
actually driven in New York.
Really?
It's quite
New
systematic.
York City.
Yes.
It's not that bad.
No.
Huh.
Well, it's just systematic. It's just a lot of like grids. It's basically just a grid system. So as long as you know where you're going, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to drive just because it was like I was on a trip and it was just like, hey, you need to drive. And I'm like, why? It's like, well, he's high, he's drunk, and I need to make sure they're okay. I'm like, fair.
Yeah.
And then I went like 30 miles per hour the entire time. And I'm like, took us 20 minutes to get to our hotel again. And I'm
Were
just
you
like,
high?
no,
Oh.
No.
Okay, good.
no,
Never drive under the influence, guys.
never,
Never.
never. But
So, anyways, you were parallel parking, or you
well,
weren't.
I wasn't. I wasn't. I weren't parallel parking in New York City. It's just, big cities like where you can walk. I will always admire that, just so like I don't have to deal with road rage. Mainly mine,
Yeah. 100%.
because then I'll just look at the people and be like, oh, and just scream at them for like 5 hours.
Right. And
Even when-
walking's good for the soul,
What's a soul? I gave it to
or
the
lack
food.
thereof.
I gave it to the food service industry.
I sold it a long time ago.
Long time. No, I gave it to the theater department. That's where it went.
What's better? Like,
Theater. I get to actually play characters, have some fun. Develop a character.
I mean, you've developed a character in the food service industry.
It's called angry and bitter.
You're like, I'm happy and kind, and then it's like,
As soon as they walk away, it's just like, motherfucker.
why am I here right now? Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
So, my stepdad, when we go places, he needs to find like the perfect parking spot.
Oh
and
no,
real
he's one of
close, and I'm
those
like,
people.
yeah, and he'll like actually make circles, and I'm like, dude,
There's one there.
there's one all the way over there as well. We can walk. We have legs. We do. It's not even raining.
My mom was like that for a little bit because she got like a decently expensive car, and then she's like, "It's in the back all the time, so there's no risk of it getting hurt." I'm like, "Oh," and it's not like the back of like, say at a grocery store. It's not like the back of like the furthest car. It's the back. It's like all the way over there
Oh
where
my
you like
gosh.
need a telescope, and you're just like, that's the car.
I feel like that's more sketchy because it's like if it's far away, then you can't see if someone's like trying to, I don't know, break in. Or
I was wondering
they
where you're.
hit it, or
I don't know. There's logic. In my personal opinion, whenever there's a car in the far back, it's always just like, that's an employee.
Mm-hmm.
That's my logic.
yeah. I see.
Yeah, because everyone gets mad at you if you park like within half of the parking garage. It's like, whose car is that?
Yeah.
You work here? No, none of that.
Who are you?
Who are you? You work for us for a terrible wage? My God. Why?
You have that car?
You have that car? On that wage? How?
It was literally me. Like, I drive my mom's Jeep Cherokee to work, and every time I leave work with someone, they're like, wow, nice car. And I'm like, bro,
It's not mine.
It's not mine. Trust me. Like, I could never.
I couldn't afford it.
No, I can't even afford a cheap car right now.
I'm just waiting on those electric cars to come out because everyone's like, by 2025 or whenever, people are like saying like fully electric cars from everyone.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, we got 5 years till apparently the doomsday clock of 2030.
Yeah.
All right, here's what we do. We blow up all the smokestacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Everywhere.
Honestly, I feel like, okay, is it human nature to think that the world is ending? Because I feel like in the past, humans have always been like, oh, like this is it, like the world's ending, like in our lifetime we'll see the end of the world.
I feel like there's always those people who like say it like because they mean it, and then the people who say it so they can buy something off you or like sell something to you.
Really?
Yeah,
Because I think that the world's ending, like currently.
I could vibe with that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Our world is like trying to push us out right now. It really
Yeah,
is. It's
it is.
like
I'd vibe with that entirely. Where the
Yeah.
world is just like I think most people forget that the world is a giant living organism, and it will kill you.
Yeah.
Nature is not your friend.
Yeah, like it will prevail. Like we can't keep telling it what to do and like taking
Nah.
away its resources. Like it
Nah.
will take us away. And I believe that. And
Cougar
I-
with a M16 just walks in.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already happening.
Goodbye. I just feel like there's so much going on and it could get better, right?
Yeah.
Next year could be a new year, but it could also just continue. Like these fires, these hurricanes, this like crazy weather, this virus, like it could just continue and it could get worse. You know?
It could.
But then I think
But it's a lot of
is that just like my human brain being like the world's ending?
Maybe.
It might be a natural thing to think that.
everyone has like that innate instinct in them, like the fight or flight or like whatever you want to call it with whatever you're talking about. But in that case, I would vibe with the idea that it's like, I don't know. I had a brain fart just now. I went, no. So trying to regain thoughts. Oh God, I can't talk. I can't be comedic, or at least my version of comedic, and that. No, it's just I feel like I always vibe with the idea that there are good people in this world, because if you don't think like that, it's a sucky outcome.
Of course.
But again, the world, especially with today's internet age of things that click more instead of things that inform you more, that's kind of the world we're in right now. But I agree that the world is fighting us right now. But then you always have that argument from the skeptics, like too little, too late. I'm like, well, at least we're fighting to the end.
Yeah.
I at least want to fight to the end instead of just be like,
Absolutely. Yeah, just
well,
like, oh, well. we
I'll
already-
drive my truck down the highway.
Exactly. But I feel like there's so many people that still don't care, or like they just think, oh.
It's mediocrity.
Yeah.
It's complacency.
Yeah.
Like, that's why Like,
the weather's always changing. The temperature's always rising up.
I'm sorry, if it's 60 degrees in December, I am going to freak out.
Honestly.
That was me last year. I'm like, it's January. It's 55 degrees. And I was talking to my family, like, I'm scared.
Yeah, exactly.
And you all just seem hunky-dory, and I'm not.
Yeah, or it's like snowing in May, and it's like, wait.
That's Indiana.
Yeah.
I won't lie. That's Indiana.
All the time.
All the time. No, it happens where we get random snowfall in the end of April. And I just went, But I'm so unfazed by it that I just go.
Yeah, I love the snow. I haven't seen snow in ages.
Doesn't that snow over on that side of the world? Like in that part of the world?
Okay.
In that part of the country? That part of the thing?
What, Colorado or England?
I know it snows in Colorado.
Yeah, I was gonna say Colorado, yes. Like,
I meant England.
it'll snow like 6 feet sometimes. But in England, it's, I think like in the last 3 years that I was there, it snowed like 4 times maybe,
And it shut down the entire city.
no, and it melted within like an hour. Like it literally was like so fine and just like so wet, and
And then,
yeah, just gone the second the sun comes out, which it doesn't, but you know.
puts head out window. Damn you.
Yeah, sun,
Giving us a life source.
where you be?
I saw a meme like 2 days ago or something where it was like, guys, if your girl is like bright, sunny, and like all that, and wakes up early, that's not a girl, it's the sun. You need to change your priorities. And I'm just like, oh my god, that's too beautiful.
True.
You can't obsess over a star.
Yeah, that's great. Are you a star sign type of guy?
Oh, like Virgo, whatever the balls or whatever. Like, it's cool just to read it, but I don't follow it. It's
Right.
always just like, just vague enough. It's
Yeah.
like a tarot card reader or like anyone who's just like,
Yeah.
it's like just vague enough.
Right. I'm not like that knowledgeable about like star signs and stuff, but I've met a lot of people recently. They're like, "Oh, what's your star sign?" Like I'm like, "Oh, Virgo," and they're like, I'm Aries and blah blah blah, and I'm like, "Okay." I don't know.
not compatible.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like, do we
I think
get
that
along or?
I think that just goes back to the idea of someone's trying to sell you something. That's my brain. When everyone's just like goes into it, I'm like, what are you trying to sell me?
Yeah, you're
This
born in
doesn't
March,
matter.
So you need to buy this
This
candle.
this gemstone.
Yeah.
This green gemstone. In order to officiate your aura
Yes.
and be more
Good
powerful.
energies will shine through.
Oh yeah, I also just do this. Holds up to the sun. Whom. It's like this also happens.
Oh my gosh. What's your favorite food?
Of all time, can it be a meal? Because it's just a
Yeah,
combination of things.
yeah, of course.
Ham and cheese potatoes.
Really?
Yes.
I've never heard that answer before. Ham and cheese potatoes.
Yes, cheese potatoes.
Is it like
So it's like
mashed?
it's mashed, but like you coat the cheese around it, you put it in the oven and let it melt through all of it, and like you get some clumps in there, and like you can mix it up with like red or like brown potatoes. Beautiful. And then like if you want, you just drizzle some over, and then it's voila. You get like some of the ham glaze, put it on there before you put it in the oven.
Oh my gosh, I want
It's
some
great.
so bad. I've
great.
never had that.
It's always
If you ever make ham and cheese potatoes, please
just
let
like
me
looks
try
over.
it.
Oh hey, what's up? Yeah, how'd you get in here? The door's locked.
I'm like, I smelled it.
I smelled it.
Smelled the potatoes.
All the way from 10 miles away.
Yeah.
I smelled it. Looks over at patio. There's just a grappling hook latched on. I'm just like, I admire the commitment. Here's your food.
Honestly.
What's yours?
Probably like Mexican food, just like in general.
So now this begs the other question I have. Real authentic Mexican food or American Mexican food? Because there's two different things.
I mean, I like both.
Third,
I mean, I mostly have Well, no, like if you go to a Mexican restaurant,
it's not
it's
fully.
still
It's not.
Americanized, isn't it?
It's a bit Americanized because they have to appeal instead of like the tradition of what they do
Yeah.
with all their meals. I only know about real Mexican foods because I went to Puerto Rico when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm old. It's half my life. I'm old. God.
Damn it.
Damn it. Curse you, aging.
Yes. Life.
Life, it continues. But yeah, I found out the difference and I can't really, like, I'll go to the authentic Mexican places, but I'm like, it's just not the same.
Yeah. Okay.
And then a tear falls down my eye and, like, drips into, like, the beans or whatever.
The tacos. The Mexican food here is not good.
No.
Okay. Like it's just not. Like it'll do. Like I'll go eat it, but it's just not the same as like food from like Colorado or Arizona or like New Mexico, like that area of the states.
Yeah.
Which is still not as good as the Mexican food in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So, what about Spanish food? Do you like Spanish food?
I've not had Spanish food.
There's like a lot of like fish and crawfish involved.
Dude, that sounds awesome. I like fish diets.
Yeah, they'll bring out like a whole like thing this big. I'm making like a big pizza.
Circle.
Yeah, circle.
It's an oval.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've misled all three of you. Oh wait, no, you left. The three of you left. What am I talking about?
Yeah, it's just us now.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have like this rice, like very seasoned rice with like just massive crawfish just like laying in it. Is
Dude, that sounds awesome.
yeah, it's really good.
That makes sense given their geography.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm a huge history nerd, so I always just love being like, and like connecting the dots of why society in that area is like that.
Right.
And I was like,
Yeah, exactly. I didn't really know the geography of Europe that much until I kind of like went there. And
European history is my second favorite history.
what's your first?
African, because it's really cool, like really interesting to see like how it was developing before Europe just went mine, and like it was really like how the tribal system worked, or like again, I could be horribly wrong. I'm horribly pale. So, you know, like, just for reference. And by the way, like, but no, it's just a really interesting culture, and it's a really interesting idea. Not idea. Just, like, seeing that and what it could have become if Europe didn't go whomp and, like, rip it dry.
Yeah. I wish they didn't.
Yeah. You know, everyone pays for their sins eventually.
Like this.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all dead, so.
I mean, that's just life.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
We all gonna die.
Yeah, we all die. I got a shirt recently that says, one day we'll all be skeletons. I'm like, I vibe with this shirt.
Yes. That's a good Halloween shirt as well.
I don't think it'll get here in time for Halloween.
Damn.
It's coming from California, so it's like 3 weeks bare minimum. I'm like,
Because of COVID, we'll make it 7.
Well, no, it's because of COVID. It's 3.
Okay. That makes sense.
I did get a mask from them that says, don't be stupid, stupid.
Oh, yeah, you said. That came, though, right?
No, it's a part of that shipment.
Where's it from?
It's from a YouTube news guy called Philip DeFranco. So
Oh, yes, okay.
I like him. I like him when he, and then we went to the negatives for audience. I'm like, how? How did we do that? But like,
-7.
-7. Does that mean the dead are watching? But no, it's just like, I like him. I'll support him. And like, I always want to wear a mask that's just very abrasive and like angry.
That's good.
There's a mask I have. You've seen it. It's the cartoon people mask. So many people think that's dicks. And I am so for it every time.
The dick mask.
The dick mask. I'm so for it every time. If I told you that, my apologies.
It's on your mouth.
Which is more fun. We'll never know.
You want 20 dicks on your mouth or just...
Ow, that sounds painful. Just like all those dicks in your mouth. Ow.
No, on, not in.
On. Well,
Like
eventually they
the
just
Chubby Bunny
stack up.
challenge.
Show everybody with dick. Chubby buddy with dicks. God.
Could do it with 3. Oh my god.
That's impressive.
No.
That's impressive. Oh my god, that's so funny.
It's taking a turn for the worst.
It's taking a turn for the best part at 43 minutes.
Yeah. How long is this going to be, by the way?
Just probably 10 more minutes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 10 in total. I was like, you have a lot of editing to do. Well,
yeah.
you probably do, actually.
Yeah. I've already done one. And
Okay.
then the other one I'm filming Friday. Well, not filming, recording. Because
Right.
it's a wrestling podcast. I'm one of those guys who likes my Spanish soap operas with my anime fights in real form, in real time. That's what I describe wrestling as.
Okay, so you're doing commentary on it?
It's not commentary, it's just us being nerds. It's literally just like every podcast ever is just a bunch of nerds just talking about a nerdy subject. That is what I want to do.
I love that.
So that's all I'm
It's
doing.
brilliant, honestly.
And shameless plug, we're making our own rosters, so to speak. So we're taking wrestlers from all over the globe and being like, I draft this person, and then going from there. That's the next episode.
Oh, I see. I
Yes.
see. Okay.
And then I don't know where I'm going with that idea, but like, you know, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
that's
fun.
super fun. I was thinking we could like call up some random people and like do a podcast with them over Zoom or something
I'd be down.
during COVID times, you know?
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Because we could chill together and then like call someone and be like, oh,
Yeah, and be
how'd
like,
you get in this position,
yeah,
dude?
yeah, yeah. I plan on doing a lot of what my parents would say stupid stuff, family stuff. Like family would call it stupid, but I'm just gonna be a little bit abrasive and more fun. It's gonna, I'm gonna burn it all down, all down. Excellent. No one can stop me. Mom walks in a room. Oh God. No, my grandma will be the first one to stop me because she's closer.
That's what my son's doing.
Mm-hmm. What is my grandson doing? What are you doing? And it's just like, how'd you get a key? Yeah. It says don't make a double.
The grappling hook's back. Grandma?
Dude, if all the women in my mom's side of the family are like mama bears. So if you even touch a hair of negatively on a child, it goes, you just hear like Rambo just appear with all the guns and you just go, oh God.
Oh my gosh. That's great though.
Yeah.
You know? Protect your nest.
Nest. Protect the cubs.
Yeah. Little Dylan cub. The bear noise.
I think that's what bears make. Is that right? Me will now look up bear noise. Yo, so speaking of wild nature and like backing off ping ponging,
right?
Did you see like the whole video of like that guy who was being like stalked by a cougar on a mountain trail and like for like 6 minutes just because his the cubs for that cougar were like down the road? He went shit and just like the cougar just appeared right in front of him.
I've heard of this video. I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard about it from like 3 different people now.
I know I'm doing the negative thing. I'm about to contradict myself here, but I don't like all the press that's getting because it's just like, it's nature, dude. You walk into that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like people who go into the ocean, I'm like, well, you're doomed. You've gone into a place that is not something you can fully have control of.
Exactly. There was this video the other day. This woman was like, you know, getting too close to an animal, trying to take pictures with it.
And then it whacked.
Well, no, the other one was like, you know, getting ready to...
Oh, the bison one.
Like, oh, yeah, the bison.
It was the bison.
This man, you know, in the video, he's like, has his hand on his gun and stuff. And I'm like, wait, so you're going to kill this animal...
For protecting its boy.
You know, messing around with it and getting too close to it. It's crazy. It's like Harambe. You know, they literally had to put Harambe down because that child got into the...
That's a double-edged sword for Harambe because like the kid did fall, they did have to put it down, but it's just like it's meh.
But why was the kid messing around? Children, man.
Because you're 3 and you don't know what a gate is, and you're tiny and you can fit through the things that they build to keep you out.
Yeah, but parents need to sort their kids out. That's what I'm saying. Like, they need to...
Oh, God, don't get me started on that subject. We work in this industry. We work in food service. You think I don't want to have, like, the sit-down discussion of, like, Captain America style, flip the chair over and be like, so, we need to talk about your little shit of a kid.
Yeah, you should not be parents. You made this child and you're letting it just...
Run around.
Roam about and say...
My least favorite thing is always just seeing an iPad in front of a kid.
Oh my gosh, I was
like,
actually going to say this while you're talking. I was going to bring this up.
Mm-hmm.
Parents that just, like, hand their phones, or their kids already have smartphones at this age.
Yeah.
And, like, that's all they do. They sit at this table for dinner, and that's all they do. Like, I had to make conversation when I was a kid, or at least, like, draw in a coloring book, but even then I still had to make conversation. And... it's just, like, so easy to hand your kids just, like, some technology and just be like, oh.
Well, yeah, because it's whatever the drug is in your brain for happiness is derived from that screen now.
Yeah, of course. But imagine when they get older. Like, there's going to be so many
fucked.
people, especially growing up in this time, that are going to have so many, like, social issues, like, who just can't figure out how to talk to strangers or, like... be in public.
Or you get me, who's just abrasive to every stranger known to me, and be like, hello, how you doing? All right.
Yeah, but that's good though. Like, that's better than just being like, oh, I can't even like.
Well, we live in the world where. Oh yeah, I stopped doing that when people make eye contact with each other, like at a mall or like something like that. I always nod my head and be like, hello.
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Yeah.
Because at least it's not. Oh God.
Yeah.
A human made contact.
Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have a story. Okay. Yesterday at work. It's a work story, but it's not like that, okay? So there's this new person at work. He was working, we were serving and stuff. This girl comes in. Apparently she goes to the host stand. She was like, sit me in thingy section. And she gets sat and he's like actually on break, so I go up to her and I'm like, hi, like, welcome, blah blah blah, like, and she's not making eye contact at all, and it was so awkward. I was like, the vibes are off. I'm like, oh, like, let me know if you need anything. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna need a while with the menu. And then she like stood up, she takes the dude out and like is
of the
talking,
break room.
like he was like at the bar like just eating some food or something, and she like takes him and like takes him outside, takes him into her car and drives off with him. And I was like,
there was a kidnapping.
Yeah, there was a kidnapping, and we're all just standing there like, what just happened? Who is this woman? And like, and
beep.
Yeah. And her manager's just like, what's going on? Like, where's this guy? Did he get kidnapped? It was really weird. It was weird behavior.
I bet, man.
Yeah, and then he came back in and was like, I went on 2 dates with her and she's
crazy
me up wondering why I'm not talking to her anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh.
This is why you have like the balls just to be like, hey, I don't think it's going anywhere, we can still hang out, see what happens.
Yeah. I don't think he did that though. I think he just ghosted her.
Yep.
And she found out where he works and showed up. So
this is why you don't post anything about where you work on any social media, because that one crazy ex, that one crazy human who knows you is gonna find you.
They will kidnap you.
And then probably yell at you while you just cower in the back seat going, ah, and then like contemplating, can I barrel roll out to the sidewalk from this at this speed and be okay?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So weird.
God.
People, man.
Oh, I had a fun story where this past Sunday, someone where I work at, they got kicked out because they have a reputation around the area
For getting too drunk.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. His name, which, screw it, DUI Mike is the nickname we give it to him. Mike's not his real name, but we thought it was.
Neither's DUI.
Neither's DUI. That's his middle name.
Yeah.
And then I figured out, so I don't like him because he made every woman I worked with at my other last job very uncomfortable, to the point where I kicked him out.
Gross.
Twice.
Grim.
The second time was for a 17-year-old, and I didn't even give him a second. I just said, get. I took his beer, poured it out, and I put it literally face down on the bar and said, get.
Yeah. Honestly. Mm-hmm. That's creepy.
Yeah, man. You don't stand up for that. But I found out he got kicked out of my other job, so I'm like, and he's never allowed to come back. I don't have to be worried about him.
That's crazy, though. Some people are, like, at a whole different level of alcoholism. And it's, like, you know, it's crazy. Like, I worked at a pub in England, and it was, like, the same dudes, like, every single night. Like, they would get off work and come in. It was the same dudes, like, and just drink all night, spend all of their money. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Hey, man, shit happens.
Aren't you dehydrated?
Yes,
water?
but I absorb water. I photosynthesize.
Yeah. Like, I like drinking, but I've been drinking, like, a lot lately, and my skin's kind of fucked up, and, like, I feel dehydrated, and I feel, like, extra tired. So I'm like, okay, I need to detox now. I need to have a few days to just, you know, eat some vegetables and drink some juice.
Have a banana.
Yeah.
Have an apple.
Yeah, exactly. So
there's a movie that came out, or like it was like one of those film festival movies where it's Mads Mikkelsen, if that name rings a bell in your head.
No.
Fair enough.
It doesn't.
Good. And it's apparently a movie where he's a teacher and he's just very out of it. Mm-hmm. And like, so he starts drinking on the regular with his coworkers, and like it's a deep dive into like kind of like that.
Yeah.
And apparently it's a really great movie. And I'm like, I like Mads Mikkelsen as an actor. Mm-hmm. He made one movie on Netflix, very tolerable, called Polar. Oh my god, that movie was bad. I'm like, oh, but he's on the screen again.
Yeah.
Complex character. Let's go.
I love you.
I'm like
the film, but I love you.
Me with every Charlie Hunnam thing. I'm just like, I love you and this movie, but I love you more. God, Charlie Hunnam's a beautiful man. But beside the point, I always feel like that movie would be very interesting to see, like, in today's standards, just because. Yeah. I think it's like day drinking. I'm going to quote it wrong, and I'm sorry for, again, the -7 people now. But, like, that movie seems really interesting.
Yeah.
Not a lot of movies are catching my eye right now, because it's just the same kind of rinse and repeat formula.
Oh, yeah. Just take something.
Marvelize it, Disney it. Oh, God, Disney
push
remakes.
It back out.
I don't want to get into that.
What's your opinion on Nicolas Cage?
That man must have a lot of debt.
Debt?
Well, he's in every movie known to man.
So why would he be in debt?
Spending habits. It's like documented on the internet that he has a giant spending habit.
Really?
Yeah. That's why he does so many.
Money. Like,
and it's gone. That's what the internet. That's what the paparazzi articles say.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea. He just makes me laugh. He really does.
Oh, he's great. I like him as just like in his overacting style.
Yeah, he's not even like trying to be funny. Like, it's serious, and I'm sitting there like.
Yeah. I like the laugh.
Yeah, and was like, ha, like Nicolas Cage. He's just like a, he's just kind of a joke to me,
He's
but
a
in
specter.
a good way. Yeah, he's like a good joke. So.
A good joke.
Yeah.
And I feel like with that joke, before we get into anything more sad and depressing again, oh god, or deeply introspective,
Yeah.
I think that's where we're gonna call it for the first episode of Completely Useless Talking. I've been Dylan.
And I'm Stephanie.
Thank you for joining us, all three people of you.
Adios.